Today is Thursday, Parashat Tissa, and this Shabbat is also called Shabbat Parah. The reason why we call this Shabbat Parah is we're going to take out the second Sefer Torah and we read in it the portion that has to do with Parah Aduma, with the red heifer, which was used to purify certain types of ritual impurities, such as a person who visited a cemetery or come in contact with a corpse. He's purified with the sprinkling of that spring water with the ashes of the red heifer. And in anticipation of the holiday of Pesach, which is coming, God willing, in about 3.5 weeks, is going to be, at the time of Bet HaMikdash, there was a Korban Pesach, and the only way to partake of the Korban Pesach is if a person was ritually pure. So if he had that type of impurity that is a tum'ah that needs the purification of the sprinkling of the ashes of Parah Aduma, he had to do it in time before Pesach. So about 3.5 weeks before Pesach, which we stand now, we want to read from the subject that pertains to this period of the year. Yesterday evening, in our class of Mesilat Yesharim, Path of the Just, we learned in the 5th chapter about the 3 things that can be in the way of a person being cautious and scrupulous about his actions, paying attention to what he does. There are 3 aspects that can be in the way of being like having the proper type of caution in everything that he does in his life. And these 3 aspects is, number 1, being preoccupied with all the subject of this world, and nowadays this concept comes a lot more into play, even with all the attention that is being distracted by all the electronic devices, whether it is the iPhones or the emails or the social media. There's so much that is vying for our attention, and so much getting our attention, being involved in so many different things, and going about all the vanity of vanities of this world. It can preoccupy a person in a way that he doesn't have the focus or the attention to be careful with what he's supposed to do in life. So this is number 1. So the way to do it is to fight off this sort of like obstacle, is to make sure to dedicate time to learning Torah, because learning Torah will tell you and teach you what to choose, and also to dedicate time to Cheshbon HaNefesh, to do a moral accounting of what a person is involved in, what he should be involved, what he shouldn't be involved. So sort of like to take time off, not to be in the rat race. Baruch Hashem, we have Shabbat, we have the holidays, but even throughout the week, a person should learn to take time off so he can focus on whether it is learning Torah, or focus on doing moral accounting, so that he is not overpowered by all the attention seeking and distraction of all the vanities and all the different things that happen around him in this world. The other aspect that can be in the way of being cautious is levity, joking, scoffing, being a type of a joker type of thing. And because sometimes through that type of attitude of levity, a person sort of lets his guards down, and Yirat Shamayim then is not present, and he can come to slip and fall and make mistakes. And he sort of like with that kind of attitude, where making of everything a joke, he's not able to be serious about really what he should choose as the right path in life. Then the 3rd thing is bad company. If a person associates with people who are bad people, people who are not righteous, people who are sinners, or people who are of the wrong type of people to associate with, then they can have an influence on him, and that could be also in the way that a person of doing the right thing in life. And one of the aspects that the Ramchal speaks about here is not to be embarrassed to do the right thing. Sometimes peer pressure can sort of like have an influence on a person who wants to do right, who wants to follow mitzvot, and they maybe make fun of him or act in a way that is disrespectful to what he's trying to accomplish. And that's also something to be very careful with. So these were the 3 things that could come in the way of the great quality of being cautious with everything that we do. And that was from the book of Mesilat Yesharim by the Ramchal. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.